What simple gesture screams I love you? My husband brings me a cup coffee every morning when I wake up. Also, we used to live in a very drafty old house that was always cold. I worked nights and would come home and have to get into a cold bed. My husband started sleeping on my side, and when I would get home, he would move over to his cold side and let me climb into my nice warm side. He's a keeper. 29 years and counting. It's not silly. Tell me more. As someone who grew up always being told my hyper focuses in books/games/movies were stupid and no one cares, it is nothing but pure love to have someone tell me that they genuinely wants to know more. If someone is passionate about something, no matter what my thoughts on the subject, it will make me interested. Their glee is infectious and cute. Many a time I've listened to someone babbling on for ages about something I never thought I would want to hear about simply because their face lighting up and their enthusiasm makes it interesting. When my so and I are jogging, he'll put his arms on my waist or shoulder and guide me out of a biker's way. He does this because whenever someone coming up behind me calls out "coming up on your left," my brain freaks out and I automatically move to the left. So instead he'll just guide me out of the way. It's so subtle and sweet. Hopefully I'm never kidnapped BC, I'll just happily follow along with them if they grab me. Thank you so much. I will say, "What the duck?" ? They will reply. Random hugs from behind. I swear to God, those are just priceless. Not being hurtful/mean/disrespectful even during a fight. To me it means yes, we are having a disagreement right now, but I still love you, respect you as an individual and treat you as my partner, not a punching bag. Good morning night messages. Means the person thought of you at the start and end of their day. That means a lot to me. Tell them how you really feel about them. Not like outright "I love you," but saying something like "I really appreciate when you," or "I really respect you for the way you," apostrophe. I just feel like most people, take each other for granted. But sometimes it's nice to know that your efforts aren't going unnoticed. Doing small, unexpected gestures to make the little moments better. When my ex was in the shower during winter months, I'd throw a towel in the dryer. Then when she finished I'd bring it in so as soon she stepped out into the cold air I could wrap her in the warm towel. After a few minutes the towel would inevitably cool and she'd say, "That felt so nice. I wish the towel stayed warm." And little did she know, I had a second warm towel waiting in the dryer. I did all sorts of these little things, and seeing her eyes light up when I did made it all worth it. Hey, I wanted to show you a song. It made me think about you. Edit. To all Germans out there, if you're going through a rough time, listen to the song Lichtblick by Gradienne. And always remember there is someone out there that thinks like this about you. Even if it's just me. Actually listening to me when I have concerns over how you act/treat me. Listening with compassion and sincere willingness to consider my side and set your ego aside. If my ex would have been able to do this the last time we spoke, I wouldn't have left his ass. I think just a big smile whenever they see you. BF knows my cycle, so when we are doing food shopping he always grabs a pack of painkillers and asks if I need pads. During, he checks on me, makes me hot drinks. His warm hand on my belly when it hurts makes everything better. So simple, yet I know a lot of people don't. My girlfriend makes coffee every morning. She doesn't have to be till 3 hours after me. This simple act was something she just sorted of starting doing one morning. Some mornings she will go right back to bed as soon as the pot is started. Some mornings she will stay up with me and we will have coffee together. But no matter what, there is always coffee in the morning. It puts a smile on my face every morning. My BF is literally in love with his computer. He spent hours of work and a lot of money on it as he needs it for his job. Normally he wouldn't let anyone touch it. When my laptop broke down and I'm WFH, he immediately said, "Until you get a new one, just use my PC." Buying someone's favorite lunch, snack or drink. I give my wife sprinkles every morning when I leave for work while she is sleeping. I felt bad kissing her on her head because sometimes I would wake her up. Now, I kiss my hand 10 times and sprinkle the kisses on her before I leave. Whenever I see/talk to my crush, I have an uncontrollable smile. but it's like a big smile, and I try so hard to stop it, and I feel like I look pretty dumb most of the time. I leave for work before my wife is awake. I always kiss her lightly and whisper I love you. I never knew she even heard me. I think it was our 4th anniversary she mentioned in a card how much it meant to her. But in general I think the best gestures are relieving her of burdens, helping around the house, preparing meals, that sort of thing. Go out of their way to give you hugs and kisses. For me it's I heard this song or I saw something and it reminded me of you. When they send you a picture / video / song etc. and say this made me think of you. Spending time with me and giving me your full attention. Asking your friend or partner if they've eaten and stayed hydrated with water and not coffee or energy drinks. It's small but it shows them that you do care for their well-being. Baked goods made at home with love. Holding hands. My ex-girlfriend told me one of the most simple but I love you things I ever did for her was when she was very ill and I helped her into the bath and washed her hair for her. Offering something to keep them warm. Covet sucks him on the phone with my BF on Christmas, has in the room with his mom and sister and pets and all acting like themselves, and he says welcome to the family. I almost burst out crying. A massage after a hard day of work. My husband knows I don't drink enough water, so he always refills my water cup and brings it to me. Seeing that special someone stare into your eyes like you're the most amazing thing the universe has ever created. My boyfriend is not the romantic type. He's not the guy who'll show up at home with a bunch of roses or surprise me with a photo album with all our memories. But he is a total problem solver and super sweet and attentive. Ever since I asked him to please help me with the dishes, he actually does it without me having had to remind him ever again. He noticed that I was taking forever to take out my Metro card from my wallet. I fumble, so he got me a fancy leather wallet with a spring for cards. Honestly not something I would have even thought about, but made my life so much easier. My phone battery was always dying, so he gave me one of those insanely big power banks that works for like 8 charges. I have an eye condition, but I always forget to bring my sunglasses, so he either reminds me or lends me his. This girl I know gave me a box that says, "So you had a bad day." Inside there's maybe 150 plus notes with little pick-me-ups written that are specific to me. Honestly, this girl has reminded me what it's like to have someone who cares about me. It's a damn shame I don't love her back. I wish the mother of my child saw me the way this girl sees me. It's also sad. Laying on my chest. I love when she lays on my chest. Turning on my heated seats every time we get in the car together. I wake up at 6 AM on my days off to make coffee for him to take to work. I always go to bed earlier than my boyfriend. Apparently, he checks in on me every night and gives me a goodnight kiss, even when I'm already sleeping. We've been living together for 7 years now, but I only learned he did this a year ago. So sweet. 3. Comforting me when I'm sad. Honestly, nothing beats the feeling of coming home and finding a good dinner made with love. For both men and women, of course. I haven't been in any romantic relationships, but from friends a simple gesture could be them listening to me, texting me first just to talk, or just a random hug. There doesn't need to be some big occasion for a hug, and they always feel nice too. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.